There are over 10,000 health supplements on the market, thousands of diets, hundreds of workout programs, and yet one habit beats them all. It is free. No equipment, no subscription, almost no effort. Clinical research shows it lowers the risk of heart disease, diabetes, depression, dementia, cancer, chronic pain, and early death. One habit. You already know it, but you are probably not using it the right way. In 2023, a major meta-analysis reviewed 196 studies with over 30 million people. The results were clear. This one habit outperformed antidepressants for depression. It matched statins for heart risk. It rivaled metformin for type 2 diabetes. For brain health, nothing else came close. That habit is walking, but not random walking, not slow wandering. There's a specific way to do it. The right speed, the right time, the right consistency. When done correctly, it becomes one of the most powerful health tools we have. Today, we break down what happens inside your body when you walk the right way. Then we explain why it fixes so many problems at once. What walking does to your body. The first 30 minutes, the moment you start walking, your body switches on. Minute 1 to 5, your heart rate rises toward 100 beats per minute. Blood flow increases by about 20%. Your joints start lubricating. Your muscles begin pulling sugar from your blood for energy. Your pancreas slows insulin release because muscles are doing the job directly. This is key. Walking helps control blood sugar without relying fully on insulin. That is why it works so well for diabetes. Minute 5 to 15. Circulation improves. Your body warms up. Then your brain responds. It releases serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins. These are mood chemicals. Within 12 to 15 minutes, stress and anxiety drop. One study showed just 12 minutes of walking reduced feelings of depression and anger. That is faster than most people expect. Then minute 10 to 20. Your breathing becomes deeper. Oxygen levels increase. Your cells start burning more calories. A 30-minute walk burns around 100 to 150 calories. At the same time, your metabolism shifts toward fat use. Minute 15 to 30. This is where deeper changes begin. Your body activates an enzyme called lipoprotein lipase. It pulls fat particles from your blood and uses them as fuel. Your blood vessels relax. Blood pressure drops. Stress hormone cortisol starts going down. That means less tension in your body and better mood. Now something most people miss. Your lymphatic system starts moving. Unlike blood, lymph has no pump. It depends on muscle movement. Walking is what pushes immune fluid through your body. Without movement, this system slows down. That means weaker immune response. Also, your posture improves. Walking activates core and back muscles. It helps reverse the damage of sitting all day. Your joints get relief because walking is low impact. It strengthens bones without stress. By 30 minutes, your heart is stronger, your brain is calmer, your blood sugar is lower, your immune system is active, and your stress is reduced. All from one simple activity. But here is the key point. These effects are not random. They all connect to one root, the inflammation connection. Major diseases today share one common problem: chronic low-grade inflammation. It is slow. It builds over time. You do not feel it early, but it damages your body every day. Heart disease. Inflammation damages artery walls. Plaque builds up. Inflammation blocks insulin signals in type 2 diabetes. It disrupts brain chemicals in depression. Over time, it damages brain cells in dementia. It helps abnormal cells survive in cancer. And it makes nerves more sensitive, leading to chronic pain. These are not separate problems. They are different outcomes of the same process. Chronic inflammation comes from many sources: poor diet, stress, lack of movement, excess body fat, environmental toxins. It shows up as fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, and weight changes. Doctors measure it using markers like C-reactive protein. Now here is where walking becomes powerful. Walking directly lowers inflammation. A study showed just 20 minutes of moderate walking reduced a key inflammatory marker by 12%. That sounds small, but it adds up. Do it daily, and your baseline inflammation drops over time. Walking also releases anti-inflammatory proteins, called myokines. These travel through your body and reduce damage. It lowers visceral fat, which is a major source of inflammation. It reduces cortisol, putting your body into recovery mode instead of stress mode. Unlike intense workouts, walking does not spike stress hormones. It calms the system while still improving health. That makes it easier to repeat every day. And consistency is what matters most. Even better, walking has no negative side effects. Compare that to common anti-inflammatory drugs. They can cause stomach issues, kidney problems, and heart risks with long-term use. Walking does the same job, but improves your heart, brain, sleep, and bones at the same time. Why walking beats intense exercise? This is where things change. Most people think harder exercise means better results. That is not always true. High-intensity workouts like running, HIIT, and heavy lifting are effective, no doubt. But when researchers look at long-term health, walking performs surprisingly well. A large study tracked over 16,000 women. The result was simple. Just 4,400 steps per day reduced the risk of early death. Benefits increased up to about 7,500 steps. After that, more steps gave almost no extra benefit. That means the popular 10,000 step goal is not based on science. It came from a 1960s marketing campaign for a pedometer. Yet people still follow it blindly. Now the key reason walking works better for most people is stress, specifically cortisol. This is your main stress hormone. High-intensity exercise increases cortisol. That is fine if you are well-rested and recovered, but most people are not. They are stressed, sleep-deprived, and overworked. Adding more stress through intense exercise can backfire. It can increase inflammation instead of reducing it. Walking does the opposite. It keeps cortisol stable or lowers it. One study showed a 20-minute walk reduced cortisol by around 20%. In the same group, intense exercise increased cortisol. That is a big difference. Walking also burns fat more efficiently over time. It works in a lower intensity zone, where your body uses more fat for fuel. High-intensity workouts burn more calories per minute, but mostly from carbohydrates. Walking burns fewer calories per minute, but more from fat, and it is easier to repeat daily. Here is another important point. Recovery. Intense workouts need rest. You cannot do HIIT every day. You cannot lift heavy daily without risk. Walking has no recovery cost. You can do it every day. That means more total calories burned over a week. If you walk 10,000 steps daily, you burn roughly 400 to 500 calories per day. Over a week, that adds up to 2,800 to 3,500 calories. That is close to losing half to 1 pound of fat per week from walking alone. No extreme effort, just consistency. Also, walking does not trigger strong hunger. Intense exercise often makes people eat more. Many people eat back the calories they burned. Walking avoids this problem. Now the biggest factor, adherence. The best plan is the one you follow. Studies show over 80% of people stick to walking after 1 year. For gym programs, fewer than 20% continue. That is a massive difference. So, walking wins not because it is intense, but because it is consistent, low stress, and easy to maintain. Now the question becomes simple. What is the exact way to do it the protocol? Here is the evidence-based method. Simple and clear. First, duration. Aim for 30 minutes per session. This is the point where most benefits activate. Heart health improves. Inflammation drops. Brain function improves. If needed, split it into 2 15-minute walks. Even 3 10-minute walks work. The total time matters more than the format. Second, intensity. Walk briskly, not slow, not jogging. You should be able to talk, but not sing. That is the right pace. Around 100 steps per minute, about 3 to 3.5 miles per hour. This level gives the best results. Third, frequency. At least 5 days per week. Daily is even better. The benefits of one walk last about 24 to 48 hours. Walking 5 days keeps your system in a constant healthy state. Fourth, steps. You do not need 10,000. Aim for 7,000 to 8,000 steps. That captures most of the benefit. More is fine, but not necessary. Now a powerful upgrade. Walk outside. Nature adds another layer of benefit. Trees release compounds that boost immune cells. These are called phytoncides. Studies show walking in nature improves immune function for up to 7 days after one session. Walking outside also reduces stress more than indoor exercise. It improves focus, memory, and mood. One study showed a 20% improvement in memory after time spent in green spaces. Another small habit: walk after meals. Even 10 to 15 minutes can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 30%. This is one of the easiest ways to improve metabolic health. You can also use interval walking. For example, walk fast for 3 minutes, then slow for 3 minutes. Repeat for 30 minutes. This improves heart fitness and strength more than steady walking. Finally, combine walking with strength training 2 days per week. This protects muscle and improves long-term health. The protocol is simple: 30 minutes, brisk pace, 5 days a week, preferably outside. Add short walks after meals. Look at the big picture. The health industry is massive. It sells supplements, programs, and complex routines. Some help, many do not. But the most powerful tool is simple. Walking changes your inflammation level. It improves blood sugar control. It stabilizes your mood. It strengthens your heart. It boosts your immune system. It improves sleep. It reduces pain. And it does all of this at the same time. No pill can match this. No single program can replace this. It is not extreme. It is not complicated. It is not expensive. It is consistent. 30 minutes, 5 days a week, brisk pace, preferably outside. That is enough to change your baseline health over months and years. The tool is already available to you. The only question is whether you will use it. If you want to see what happens to your body day by day when you start walking daily, watch the next video. The changes by day 10 are surprising. And if you want to know the one food that quietly damages your gut while you try to get healthy, check that video too. See you in the next one.